In the vastness of the Mongolian steppes, where life was an endless struggle between survival and death, Temujin transformed his army into a weapon of unimaginable power, a war machine so efficient, so terrifying, that no enemy could withstand its fury. The world was about to witness the rise of the Mongol army, which would sweep across the continent, leaving nothing but fear in its wake. The art of speed and surprise Mongol warriors, known for their ferocity, trained from a young age in the art of war. But it was their ability to adapt, to innovate, and to outmaneuver their enemies that set them apart. The Mongols didn't just fight battles, they redefined warfare itself. One of their greatest innovations was their unparalleled speed. Whereas traditional armies relied on slow-moving infantry and cumbersome supply lines, the Mongols used light cavalry, swift and agile, capable of traveling vast distances in record time. Their horses were small, but strong, able to endure the harshest conditions, allowing Mongol warriors to strike fast, retreat faster, and always keep their enemies off balance. Their famous feigned retreat was a masterstroke of deception. Mongol forces would retreat in apparent disarray, luring their enemies into a trap. Once the enemy advanced, thinking they had won, Mongol troops would suddenly turn, ambush them from all sides, and destroy them in a matter of hours. It was an enemy's worst nightmare, a battle they thought they had won, only to discover they had been led into. But speed was only one element of the Mongol war machine. They had perfected the art of siege warfare, a critical skill that made them virtually unstoppable. Unlike many other armies of the time, which relied on crude methods or sheer force, the Mongols brought scientific precision to their sieges. They used advanced engineering techniques, including catapults, siege towers, and even psychological warfare. Mongol engineers could build massive siege weapons from scratch, and their knowledge of how to breach fortified walls was unmatched. The Mongols didn't just crush cities, they systematically broke the will of their enemies, using terror and relentless tactics to ensure the collapse of even the strongest defenses. When they attacked Xanadu, the capital of the Jin dynasty, they not only captured the city, they shattered the myth of invincibility surrounding its walls. No city was safe, no fortress was secure. The Mongols had proven that the old world order was no match for their innovations. Temujin's genius was not only in battle tactics, it was in information. From the beginning, he understood that to conquer, he had to know his enemy better than they knew themselves. He developed one of the most sophisticated spy networks in history, a system that sent agents into every corner of the known world. Mongol spies didn't just gather information. They planted misinformation, spread rumors, and played psychological games with their enemies. In every kingdom, every city, there were Mongol agents, merchants, diplomats, and even deserters who fed intelligence back to the Khan. This intelligence allowed the Mongols to anticipate their enemies' movements, create false alliances, and destabilize entire regions before their armies ever arrived. In the ancient world, knowledge was power, and the Mongols had it in. But perhaps the most terrifying element of the Mongol war machine was their cavalry, the heart and soul of their military. Each rider was both a soldier and a strategist, trained to fight on horseback from the moment they could walk. They were armed with composite bows capable of firing arrows from incredible distances, making them deadly even before they closed the distance with their enemies. Mongol cavalrymen could shoot with lethal accuracy while riding at full speed, creating an onslaught of arrows that could devastate an army before they even saw the enemy. Combined with their hit-and-run tactics, Mongol cavalry could disorient and destroy any force, no matter how large. The Mongol archers became legends, feared for their precision and relentless pursuit. Yet, it wasn't just tactics and technology that made the Mongols unstoppable, it was their unity. Temujin had forged an empire not through bloodlines and noble titles, but through loyalty and discipline. The Mongol army was a brotherhood, bound together by a code of honor, where every man knew his role and understood the cost of failure. Under Temujin's leadership, soldiers who were once scattered and divided into rival clans were now part of an indomitable horde, ready to follow him to the ends of the earth. The Mongol army was a family, one where leaders were chosen not by birth, but by merit. Men rose to power through skill, bravery, and loyalty to the Khan, not the whims of hereditary rulers. Temujin's army was a perfect storm of brutality and brilliance, where military genius and unwavering loyalty merged into a force that could crush any foe. No one was safe. No one was invulnerable. The Mongols had come, and they were not